Hanging out with KeyBar Mike here.
Hold on, let me see yours.
Here, try that one. Mike's going nuts over the pen right now.
It's not a fluke. They are all freaking perfect.
Would you expect any less, dude?
No. I mean, look at the clip. Okay, I gotta say the stonewash.
Just
I like
plain silver like that.
And look at all the different patterns you got. What is that? Oh, that is crazy.
The King's Crown.
Dude, they're all unique. But they all click exactly the same, and they're perfect.
I was told that you belong.
Filming them, filming me. Okay, so.
That one's mine, by the way. That's a prototype. Yeah.
Hold on. All right. She's 007, first of all. All right, guys. John handed me this pen in the parking lot yesterday, and you probably saw a little bit of his story. If not, it was pretty epic. I sat there for about 15 minutes and had him totally break it down and explain how he got that to work. I mean, so first thing I was like, you know, where did you get this idea? I mean, it's just so, that right there is the cool part. Being able to slide your hand off of it, not having to do anything else. It's just cool, and it feels like it works. Okay, so, I love it. I didn't understand it at all, right? It was about 15 minutes. You were standing there laughing, and everybody's standing, because I'm like, I got it apart. We dropped the clip in the parking lot, and it rolled, and everybody's on the ground with their flashlights trying to find the springs, because they went everywhere. And it took about 10 minutes for my head to wrap around what he did here. And as a machinist that makes stuff, I mean, if you don't know that, I just started machining like 2.5 years ago. I started watching his videos 5 years ago when I started KeyBar, and he was one of the inspirations of why I went in my garage and made a key holder, which turned out everybody wanted one, so it was awesome. I got to quit my job and make key holders, and the KeyBar was crazy. So I was a hotel maintenance guy. I was the guy that had 15 keys in my pocket and jingle jangle walking down the aisle, right? And I didn't want to upset my guests for making all the noise, and it was really inconvenient. I run up the stairs, they bang on my legs, so I would hold them all the time. And I was the director of engineering at the end of a hotel, and I went to use the restroom, and I dropped my pants in the stall, and 3 stalls down, my buddy goes, "Hey Mike, want to go into lunch?" And I said, man, he knew it was me because of my keys. So I immediately went into my phone and looked for a key holder, and I didn't find anything, and I was like, well, I have this. I came to Blade Show. This was, 5-6 years ago. So right before that incident happened, I came to Blade Show because I won a contest. It was the Cut Gut Carve contest. Somebody tagged, there was an Instagram back. This was 2007, I think, 6 or 7. Instagram was just starting and nobody was using it. So somebody said, hey, we're having a contest on YouTube, and saw these Instagram channels, and they're going to be giving away these knives. So it was Knife Thursday, and everybody would post their knives to this website, and it was this whole thing. Well, I won a contest because I carved a pumpkin underwater while I was scuba diving with a buck 110 pocket knife. That's the only thing I had. And I was fixing a pool, and I remember there was this contest for carving a pumpkin, and I had a pumpkin in my car, and I was like, hey, I'll carve this pumpkin underwater and film it and enter it in this contest. Well, I won $6,000 worth of knives, and I didn't know what any of these knives were. There were Microtex, Benchmades, all these knives. I had no idea what they were. So they invited me to Blade Show to come out, and so I went to Blade Show, and I got to see this, and then it was like, wow. So I went home. The story I just told you with the bathroom happened. So I looked for key holders. I didn't see anything, and then I thought, hey, somebody gave me a piece of material. Maybe it came in one of the prizes, but I think it was like a piece of G10. And so I made a key holder out of G10. And
did you immediately make the bar, or this a different
it was like, I have it. It's on my website actually. It was fake carbon fiber, so it was like G10 with a layer of carbon fiber, and it was bad. I made the pocket clip out of a hacksaw blade, like heated it up and bent it, and I carried it for like 6 months. And then I made them for other people, and they got nicer as I was making them. I started doing initials in them with acid. Like, I watched his video on how he acid etched his blades, right? Now this was like when he was in his garage with he was still like anodizing aluminum in his garage, right? He was making them with his handmade mill. But he was talking about this acid, you could turn blades black and stuff, so I like tried to use it on aluminum. Well, it ate the aluminum away, but it left where the fingernail polish was that he showed the technique. And I'm like, well, that's really cool. You can just like paint your initials and eat it away. And so I was doing that, and then it came into sandblasters, and I learned, you know, you can do stuff with sandblasters. And by watching these YouTube videos, I learned techniques. And by now being in learning about knives, you talk to these guys, they're like, oh yeah, use a Dremel and a freaking 1x30 from Harbor Freight. I mean, we still have a 1x30 grinder from Harbor Freight in our shop. It's literally 39 bucks, and I can grind. I can basically make a knife with it, and it's so you can do anything with a little bit if you really want to do it, right? So yeah, you know, just basically John has been like an idol, you know. I mean, I've started watching his videos before I knew what an end mill was or anything, and I just really appreciate what he gives to this community. And you know, in all honesty, without watching his and some other guys' videos, John Saunders is one of them, I wouldn't be where I'm at, and I really do appreciate that. And so make sure to check out Grimsmo, and make sure to check out KeyBar. So what I got is I bought these little motors off Amazon. They're 1,000 to 1 reduction motors, and I broke this one, so that's why it's not in there. But so basically it takes a little shaft, it spins really fast, and it goes through all these gears and reduces this to 10 RPM. So this is like really rough. I made it a couple days before the show, and basically I took a copper plate, screwed it to the little motor, and then I glued a shaft off of a screwdriver. I cut the tip off of a screwdriver bit, and that's the size shaft I need for my quick draw. So on the bottom of my quick draw, the base is where the bearing's at, so it spins freely, and the screw is screwed into the top. So when this motor's in there and it spins, it only spins the top. Oh, I dropped it. It only spins the top. So the motors are run to a battery off of my deer feeder. So it's just a 6-volt battery. These are 6-volt motors, and then that's just run through a switch. I got a magnet drilled into the sides to keep the top closed. That motor should have sat there. That goes there. These just set on top. Kind of give it a little twist to make it fit. And that one will seat itself. Yeah, and so I put a little switch over here. At the trade shows, I kept telling my guys, hey, spin the quick draws, spin the quick draws. And they're like, dude, just make a box that holds them and spins. So now they just spin all the time. So that is the quick draw, spinning, whatever.
Well, yeah, the non-engaging, I do it 120.
You're on camera.